Hello, this is John Mauser with Fulton Grace Realty, presenting to you today 951 West Armitage Avenue. This is apartment 1R. So the rear two apartments access from this gangway stairwell, which is just east of the building. Of course, you have the clothing store. And then there are two front units. Those have access from the front of the building, and this is considered their egress rear access. These two rear apartments have access from this door, which is their front door, and then there's a rear egress door with a porch and a deck, and I'll show you that. This is just another way to the back. There is no parking on site. Of course, this is right on Armitage in Lincoln Park. So this is how you enter the building. And then this is a front unit. There's second and third floor, and then we're going into 2R. So this is their front entrance. You have like the gray tone, gray washed floors, staining. This was probably done in 2022, I think it was completed. So you have a kitchen with white shaker cabinets, 42-inch, undermount rectangular sink with a pull down. The apartment will be thoroughly cleaned. You have an apartment-sized dishwasher, which is more than enough, more than ample. Your gas oven range, microwave. Now it's very overcast, so there's not going to be a lot of natural light. When the sun's out and that, you do get much more lighting in here, or natural light. You have central AC and heat. The owner provides water, hot water, because I think it's a common hot water heater for the 4 units in the storefront, but you have your own furnace, air conditioning unit, which I'll show you that in a minute. One of the tenants that lived here for 3 years before this previous tenant, she had a table here. I don't know if I'd necessarily do that. Maybe I would do something here against with maybe a high, bar height type table with a leaf or something. Of course, you have your pantry, cabinet that, and again, there's some stuff in here that tenant left. She left all this. That'll all be removed. She's been out of here more than a week. She left even food here. She was supposed to come back, but I don't know if she moved out of state. We have no idea. So here you can put a piece of furniture made with a mirror. This is where your TV would go. This tenant mounted it again on the wall. That's going to have to be filled in. I think the owner should just put something that would maybe accommodate maybe a 50-inch TV, but I don't think they're doing that. And then this whole area you can do, like a L-shaped sofa with an area rug and do some sort of a coffee table, maybe with some kind of a floor lamp coming over. Is what I would do. Now the stairs going down, people cannot see in the window here if they're coming up or down. So even if you left the window a bit far enough down, this one possibly you would just keep closed. And I'm being transparent. So this probably you would. These other ones you could leave open. Definitely these two. The Armitage brown line stop is here. It's muffled. When you're out in the street, you really hear it. In the unit, you don't. If you have the window open, you can hear it a little bit more. The brown line, from what I understand, I think it stops at midnight or 1 a.m. Might run a little bit later on the weekends. And then it starts up between 4 and 5 a.m. The red line does use the center tracks and goes directly into the subway after Armitage and comes up out of the subway and passes Armitage. The red line does not stop here. It stops at Fullerton, which is a transfer station with the purple line, and also Belmont's a transfer. Armitage is brown line stop. So brown line's elevated all around. Red line is elevated until it goes into the subway downtown. Your bedroom, I think it's maybe 8 by 9. You can probably put a full-size bed. A queen might be a little tight, depending upon how you put it in here. This here is the back porch deck. Again, you could probably leave the window open and be fine, or push the screen up and have it up there, because this is a staircase. This is only the tenants back here. Fairly large closet. They have the nice clothes rod with solid shelf, much better than those wire racks, which I've never been a fan of. The tenant before here, she had 2 dressers in here and then her clothes hanging, so you could possibly do something like that. There's very good ceiling height. I think the ceilings are 10 feet, maybe more, because this building was built in 1895 or something like that, so they might even be close to 11, but they're pretty tall, very tall ceilings. Then here, that's your circuit breaker panel, your intercom, and then mailboxes are outside. Use a key to open them. Now you can hear the L. I think that's the red line, but again, it is what it is. It's a very urban setting. You have multi-million-dollar mansions in the neighborhood and high-end condos, but this is your actual space. There is no gate or anything back here. This is just kind of open from the 2 side streets. This is an alleyway, and then the station is here, and people let out on this side, and across the street is where they board the brown line. So this is how you would move in and out. And both tenants that live here said they didn't even, the owl just kind of was background noise. After a while, you just don't even hear it, especially when you have, furniture and maybe an area rug and so on and so forth. The management company is Chicago Real Estate Resources. The owner also owns that company. It's also a commercial real estate company, and they are local. They have 2 offices in Lakeview East, and one's by Wrigley Field. Here you have a very nice bath. You do have an exhaust that exhausts out, and it's a quiet exhaust fan, which is very nice. So you have recessed lighting. They didn't do it here, but they put these LED light fixtures that you can adjust, track lighting. But here you do have recessed LED lighting. Very nice shower. Keep in mind it will be clean. This tenant was not very clean. So you have these quartz tiles surround and the floor. And then rain shower head, spa wand, and then I think you have something where you can adjust it a different way, and that's the drain. And again, it's dirty, but this is really nice to store. Very nice vanity. Whoops, sorry. And this is a really nice your medicine cabinet that's glass lined. Doors are nice. These kind of recessed panel doors are higher end. This is your furnace and AC. In-unit washer dryer. And then you have not a pantry, a medicine or a linen closet. And a lot of bathrooms don't have this. So you do have that. You have a hook there for a towel, another towel bar. This you can put something here, artwork or whatever. So that's the apartment. Again, this is 951 West Armitage, apartment 2R, in the Armitage corridor of Lincoln Park, Chicago, Illinois. So if you have any questions, let me know. I know this is a little lengthy, but I wanted to kind of, do more of a thorough video tour. So if you have any questions, let me know. As far as square footage, people ask me, I don't have it listed. You might be talking 600 square feet, maybe less, but it's all usable space. All usable space. It probably is less than 600, but it's all usable space. There's no hallway, so on and so forth. And this is mainly what you're going to get in the price range in this neighborhood. You might find some that's older with not these finishes. It's larger for the same amount of money. If it is larger with these finishes, it's going to be more money. The rents have gone up exponentially in the last few years. And then you have your thermostat here, which is a digital control. So again, this is John Melzer with Fulton Grace Realty, Chicago, Illinois. Thank you for watching.